Oh my goodness, am I live? Oh my goodness, am I live? This is a test. This is a test. Hello, Solo. This is a test. This is a test. I have, similar to you, Solo, by the way, I have just moved into a new apartment. And so now I find myself in a very strange position here, where I don't actually have internet yet, but I'm using my phone as a hotspot, just to see maybe if this might be a strong enough signal in order to maybe do something here. Yeah, prime time, Sly Coop. Oh my God, you guys are—it's like you guys are waiting for me. Damn, I guess we might as well give it a shot here. Maybe we'll bang out a couple of these matches here, see how the signal holds up. All right, well, I'm going to go for it here. This is MVWF Madness. And I shit you not, right now I am also considering how janky I'm doing this shit here today. I'm not even using any of like my my real microphones. I've got like the fucking earpiece thing that came with the PlayStation 4. I don't know where my microphones are as of yet, because if anyone who knows my show, I usually use about 2 to 4 of them to kind of capture all of the sound in the room. But let me just see how this is sounding right now. Capture all of the sound in the room. But let me just see how this is sounding right now. Yes, folks. Oh, so I mean, if you missed me, thank you. I recently moved. Uh-oh. Hold on. TV's not acting up now. Hold on a second. Hang in there, folks. We are experiencing testicle difficulties. Yes. All right. So I'm gonna fucking go for this here. This is the show right here. I don't know if this hotspot thing with my phone is going to hold up over time here. I'm gonna go for it all the same, and then hopefully somewhere a little further down the line I'll find some where my fucking microphones were or are. And Primetime, of course, you have been encouraging me for a long period of time now to try and get over to SSU. Talked to Solo maybe a week or two ago. Honestly surprised to see him actually in the chat today, because it sounded like he was going to be away for a little while. But when I spoke to him, boy, what a weird experience it was. Again, talking to someone on my television is still kind of a novel concept to me when the TV, says my name back to me. But that being said, he checked out a couple of matches and stuff at Matchmania, called me out for not calling a particular match, a particular move that ended up being the finish of the match. But unfortunately, the long story short on that is that match sucked. That match was not good. The Tyrese Shadow main event at Matchmania 8, I can't front. I mean, it was a decent little match for the period of, the little period that it took place in or whatever, but ultimately as a main event of Match Mania, my biggest show of the year, you know, I mean, as much as I like Tyrese and stuff, that match just was not that good. And I did not anticipate that Cody Cutter being the finish to the match. Otherwise, I probably would have called it a lot bigger than I did. That being said, I really wanted him to check out the Warhammer match versus Jimmy Controversy and Local Talent, because as a 2-on-1 match, I mean, that match was a fucking spectacle. The likes of which, I mean, it was probably one of my favorite matches from the weekend about a month ago or so now. But I really, really love that match. Primetime, if Warhammer hasn't seen that match, you really got to direct him to that. Night 2 of Match Mania 8. That match was fucking awesome. Hold on, let me hit this fucking vape right here. Oh, yeah. All right, well, fuck it. I am playing this by the seat of my pants. Do not get me wrong. I don't even remember what fucking song I was using for Warhammer. Of course, you know, all know that I like to use my I like to straight up use copyrighted music because I don't give a shit about copyright. I mean, that's always been the case, long before YouTube, long before all of this social media shit. Yeah, I was violating copyright on local access television. All right, World Tag Team Championships are on the line here. Primetime Shawn Sanders and Warhammer. W Styles will be going face-to-face with the family, the 7-time tag team champions, the most decorated tag team in the history of the MVWF, going face-to-face here in an Extreme Rules match. It should be right up the Warhammer's alley here, and Primetime should be good and healed up from his devastating loss to Brandon Bones at Match Mania. What an unfortunate, very unfortunate for you, sir. But I'm Damon Andrews, so I would never rub that in. I am your loyal commentator here. Also tonight, Gigi, one of the rising stars here in the MVWF, going face-to-face with Sensei Mark Selesky. And there's rumors about the Sensei Mark Selesky, for those of you that are still in the chat. Sensei Mark Selesky recently made an appearance in the LTD chat during a show sometime within the last week or so, and apparently decided to raise himself some hell. But we'll see how that develops over time. El Toro going one-on-one with Tyrese Blake here. And of course, Tyrese got the title shot at Match Mania, failed to win the belt, but he continues to be encouraged by his clone, who earned him that title shot. And now here it is, El Toro, having recently lost the World Money Championship, falling down back in the rankings here. Let's see if the very miserable on the left side looking there, Del Toro, looks like he can recover from such a devastating loss. And we'll see if we get to this one or not here. The classic NES Battle Royal. That's right, folks. The Amazon, Fighter Hayabusa, Giant Panther, Great Puma, Kincorn Karn, King Slender, Starman, and Final Fights Mike Hagar in an 8-man Battle Royal. Sven, after winning not one but 2 Battle Royals at Match Mania 8, not even a signed contract superstar here in the MVWF, gets himself a Cruiserweight Championship shot against Dragonheart Jr., the eternal Cruiserweight Champion. And of course, backing Sven up, basically kind of like as his sponsors here tonight for the MVWF is Queen Steffers and Miss Jiggles from BYS. Also tonight, the very strange journey recently for the Rockstar GC. He has not been his normal, cheerful, babyface self. And in fact, he seems to be dabbling in the dark arts, in the dark humor, if you will. He is going to the depths where few dare to tread. And he does so now, perhaps maybe at the expense of the man who endorsed him here in the MVWF, the owner of the EWF, the Beast. And they will go face-to-face in a sledgehammer match. That's right, folks. They are going to get all the sledgehammers they need. They're going to be able to use them in whatever manner they choose. And the result will be something you will remember. and 8 Superstar Survivor Series match. Brandon Bones, Too Cool Koito, Jesse Jackhammer, and #1 contender for the MVWF Championship, Last Call, Jeremy Love, won himself a #1 contendership match in the EWF's recent episode to go face-to-face with the MVWO Ryan Doyle, who destroyed Brandon Bones in the 3 Stages of Hell match on night 2 at Match Mania. His eternal tag team partners, the White Side, West Side, Ito, and Ricky the Dragon Steam Honk. And one-on-one, brother versus brother. We are going to mend an old wound here with this match tonight. That's right, Atticus Black was the MVWF World Money Champion many months ago. And after a real-life disagreement where Brandon Bones both left the CRZ, I think it's called there. Hold on, maybe this weed will help me remember. Chaos Regional Wrestling, CRW. Well, he went back to CRW. Brandon Bones went back to the MVWF. And then a couple months ago, after cooler heads prevailing, Atticus Black back on the roster here, now challenging for the championship that he never lost inside the ring. And now he goes face-to-face with his brother, Azrael Black, who won the MVWF World Money Championship from Ryan Doyle in the EWF just not that long ago. And in our main event, folks, I gotta tell you, there is a history to this one here that goes all the way back almost to the beginning. The Skinny Wolf. That's right, the legend, the hardcore legend of the MVWF, the pint-sized brawler, the man who's ruined so many people's lives in the MVWF. The Skinny Wolf, of course, in the early days of the N64, left the MVWF to go to the WWF at the time, and they never used him on TV. He came back with his fluffy tail between his legs and basically decided to become something that he was never intended to be, which was a legend. That's right, the MVWF Skinny Wolf here. Now with his 4th shot in 8 years at the MVWF Championship here when the MVWF restarted back in 2018, the Skinny Wolf came in as part of the old guard, and now he has had 3 championship shots, 2 against Raw Collie back in Season 1, 1 at Cobra Kai Appreciation Night just a couple of years ago against Last Call Jeremy Love. He is the man, folks. I've always got a story about the Skinny Wolf. You can see his scarred face. 27 fork strikes to the face on the GameCube game back in one of the Day of Reckoning games in an incredibly violent match with Ron Awesome. And then, of course, that's what cost him his eye. I mean, it's what caused those scars that are eternally on his face. And then his vengeance was wrath upon the Awesome One when he came back after 6 months off and broke Ron Awesome's neck. And those two tore into each other in Seasons 1 and 2 here in Phase 2 of the MVWF. And during that time, both men put their careers on the line against each other, did the Wolf and Ron Awesome, and both men survived. So it is destiny here for the Skinny Wolf. He has never been world champion here in the last 8 years, since the MVWF returned back in 2018. And now the Skinny Wolf, perhaps maybe in the twilight of his career, finds himself in a position against a very vulnerable champion in the form of Shadow. Shadow, since Match Mania, well, he defended the title on night 2 against Tyrese. And now he is scheduled to perhaps defend the MVWF Championship against Last Call Jeremy Love on foreign territory in the EWF in the very near future, if he can get by the Skinny Wolf here tonight. But gotta go back to the beginning. You guys hearing me all right? Do I sound good? That's right, at Match Mania 8. Oh, I guess I didn't change the video. Well, there's the MVWF, baby. Prime time, Shawn Sanders, former MVWF champion, back on the hunt for the world title after his draw with Dragonheart Sr. when he was champion. But of course, he and Warhammer have been waiting a long time for this shot at the tag team titles.
That what you knew. Welcome to the motherfucking battlefield. I'm two-step with Lucifer. And ever since I started dancing, I walked the fine line between Einstein and Charles Manson. Started expanding with shit on the ground. Like someone shouted 100,000 times louder than thunder pounding. Fuck around in a punch your mouth in. I'm king of the mountain with my life in this project like it's public housing. Counting on the fact I fireball entire songs and won't stop till the world is
Warhammer went 2-on-1 against Jimmy Controversy and local talent, and to their credit, those two, after looking like they'd gotten blown through a tornado by this Warhammer, somehow found a way to defeat him. And you know that he's looking for vengeance there, as Warhammer and Primetime have a little bit of history with Jimmy Controversy and the Dark Horsemen, because a little while ago they had a tag team match with them, and they toyed with them for over a half an hour. And here come the tag team champions.
At a combined weight of 372 pounds, Danger and
I guess prime time, when you're a lion, you got time to play with your food. And the family coming down to the ringside area here. Not too sure how, maybe they're being a little bit more lackadaisical about this. The tag team titles will be on the line here. Warhammer, Primetime. Primetime looking much more healed after he got attacked by Queen Steffers and King Outlaw in the parking lot outside the arena at Manchmania. And of course, Brandon Bones took complete advantage of all of that. Won the match. Oh, but Danger Boy takes a high-risk springboard move. Warhammer tied up on the ropes. He gets booted through the ropes by the steel toes. Oh, and El Hamburguesa not screwing around here. Danger Boy doing some flip-flopping and flying out there, keeping Primetime on his toes. And now the big bear of a man, Warhammer, when he gets his hands on you, big splash, but Primetime got the knees up. And Primetime now using the Goodnight Irene, sending a message to Brandon Bones. Oh, in prime time. Gets smacked across the face with the sledgehammer. But El Hamburg-Weiss's attention was off of Warhammer, and he took him down. An absolute mountain of a man is Warhammer. W. Styles. Which name do you call him? Whichever one he tells you to. Uh-oh. Danger Boy, face first. Warhammer going for the cover here. Way too early for that. This one, Extreme Rules. Falls count anywhere. Anything goes. Oh, and Danger Boy, a legit cruiserweight, gets plowed into. Just like Controversy and Local Talent got, oh man, he plowed right into both of them, sent them. Oh, what a well-timed kick by Primetime. I cannot believe I am broadcasting through a hotspot on my phone right now. Can you believe this shit? And Cocaine offering whatever support he can at ringside. He cannot get involved here, even though there's no disqualifications. Whoa, Warhammer, just a snowplow. And a clothesline, well timed and placed, knocked Warhammer down. Much to my surprise. Oh man, and at prime time, gets the light tube broken over his chest. Body drop sends him right into the ringside barrier. Man, and that post is getting some use. The power of Warhammer is going to be so difficult to withstand here in the early portion of this match. Oh, 2 for 1. Primetime saw the adjustment by El Hamburg-Weiss. Oh, big mistiming move right there. Come on, Primetime. Warhammer, get a little heated right there. Let's get out of the way. Perhaps a return here, some strategy here. Cooler heads prevailing, dividing and conquering, and a boss man slam. Primetime had plenty of room and space to break up that pinfall right there. The goaltending comes naturally here. Package pile driver. And that might be it for Danger Boy here. Tag team titles on the line. Here it is our first broadcast of Season 9 here at MVWF Madness. Ooh, and Primetime gets dumped on his head. Referee way too late. Man, look at Danger Boy dressing like cocaine. Maybe Primetime shops at the same store, I don't know. Oh, the Styles clash. Shoulders down outside the ring. Referee taking the long way around. And Primetime trying not to freak out on her. Uh-oh, Warhammer got Danger Boy up in the air. Oh, man. Deep six with the plunge. Danger Boy asserting his speed. Styles is perspiring quite a bit here. And now a ladder is being introduced into the fray here. Styles kicks out, and now inside the ring another pin. But the referee has struggled in this match so far to be in the right position to cover these pinfalls. Oh, nice reversal by El Hamburguesa. And Primetime way out of the neighborhood to take that shit. Primetime doubles under. Powerbomb. Goes to the cover. Referee in position, at least this time. Shoulder comes up. Two alone. And the elbow comes down hard on the back of the World Tag Team Champion, El Hamburguesa. Smacks him with a bag of tacks. And Primetime makes the save. Danger Boy might have had Styles there. Oh! And the great equalizer. Primetime might have made a good save right there. Sends him off the post. And you can see the look on Styles' face. Warhammer is dazed at the moment. That chair shot absolutely obliterated him. And he is slow to follow up with El Hamburguesa on the north side of the arena. And Danger Boy looking to try and save his dad from the pile driver. And he is split wide open. Primetime, no. What's he doing? What's he doing? That's not a place for you, big man. Clothesline takes him down. El Hamburguesa's right there to meet him, though. Primetime catches him. Hung upside down. Powerbomb. And the champs are both down and hurting. Danger Boy standing alone against two grown men. Two overgrown men, if you will. Thrown right into his hero, Cocaine. And they got him, and we've got new Tag Team Champions. Man, they were an unstoppable force throughout the entirety of this match. I think El Hamburguesa and Danger Boy got overwhelmed. And Primetime with some redemption here tonight and becoming the World Tag Team Champions with Warhammer. Congratulations. Unstoppable.
a dirty bomb. Word is 730 times. Disaster level 9/11.
All right, GG. Sensei Mark Selesky. Now, this one is very interesting. Now, GG is a guy who just recently also had himself a very controversial match during Dragonheart Senior's, oddly enough, controversial run overall as champion in the MVWF. Because again, like when you're having, I mean, pretty much every match outside of the match with Dragonheart Jr. was like a non-finish of some sort, or a refinish of some way, or, you know, there was some sort of draw factor involved. Primetime went to a draw. GG went to a draw, sure, but after the primetime thing had been such an issue before, the crowd in the chat demanded that the match be restarted, and eventually GG lost the match. So now GG here with so much to make up for. And of course, Sensei Mark Selesky is doing his thing here in e-fetting these days. Of course, apparently raising some hell in the LTD chat recently. GG, of course, been on a meteoric rise here in the MVWF. He wants to take that next step up. But then again, so does his opponent. Oh, shit. Sensei Mark Selesky, former World Money Champion, former multiple-time Tag Team Champion, the leader of Cobra Kai. Black belt in karate, some of the most lethal kicks in professional wrestling today are delivered by Cobra Kai's Mark Selesky, the 80s enthusiast, the man who employs the Steve Perry press, the shooting star press off the top rope, the karate kicks, and of course the end zone. Big New England Patriots fan is the aged Selesky. This should be a good one. And of course, folks, I am doing this hotspot on through my phone, also using my phone for music and to also provide me with a feedback monitor here on my iPad as well. What's up, W Styles? Yeah, Warhammer, I don't know if you went back and watched your match at Matchmania 8 on night 2 again, the 2-on-1 match that you had. What a spectacle. If you haven't, go watch it. What a amazing karate kick by Sensei Mark Zaleski. Yeah, if you're just joining us, this is something of a surprise show. I did not think I would be doing a show this early here, but it's seemingly after being able to stream Game of Thrones the other day, using my phone as a hotspot for my PlayStation 5, it seemed to work. And it seemingly is working right now because I'm watching myself right here on YouTube, babbling away in your ear holes. Right now because I'm watching myself right here on YouTube, babbling away in your ear holes. Yep, that's legit, baby. And they get back inside the ring, and Gigi trying to stand up to Sensei here with the strikes. An admirable attempt if he can be good at it here, but man, trying to exchange strikes with the aged, experienced veteran in Zaleski. Look at him, caught that roaring elbow right there, forearm smash, whatever that was going to be. Wow, I mean, give it up for him here. Give it up for trying anyway. And again, fighting outside the ring, Gigi and Sensei at a 6 count. They went in at 7 last time. We got some Dragonheart NWA fans out there with their signs. 20 counts outside the ring in the MVWF. And look at Sensei going for the shoulder pile driver a la Paul Orndorff. Oh, and that Wapsaki kick did not land for the Sensei. And Gigi throws the Sensei away in at 13. Referee Skip Tracy at 15 now. Sensei there he is. He's finally up to his feet, up in at 17. And now he's finally in, breaking the count. And here comes a clothesline as Sensei now not going to take a step backwards here. Leg sweep, the leg Johnny. That's how you fight in Cobra Kai. Sensei, what did he... Whoa! Man, got a little extra stank. Slingshotting through the ropes and 1 count by Gigi. Gigi showing some toughness there, and oh, he was off the mark right there as Sensei simply took a step backward. And of course, so many rumors about the Sensei. If he goes to LTD, will he stay in the MVWF? Will he stay in the EWF? Recently competed in an EWF event, a #1 contendership multi-man match that was won by Jeremy Love, of course. Probably not on the 4th of July. Primetime, I believe, at the new job that I'm at here after my move. I think I'm going to be working July because I'll be low man on the totem pole. If you catch my meaning. Elbow shot, point of the elbow, caught Gigi right in his fantastic haircut. Up in the air, Sensei. Right hands, breaks connection there, but Gigi's still remaining steadfast. Gigi whips him into the corner. What a kick right there, and that is just the obstinance of Gigi. Again, he's trying to beat Sensei at his own game here, and Sensei known for the beats of the Bodhrán. And down he goes to the ringside area, and now Gigi stalking his prey. He is in the driver's seat here. He's got the advantage. What is... Oh, man, this might be the thing that takes away the kicks. I mean, perhaps maybe if Gigi cannot defeat the Sensei by trying to match him in skill, perhaps he can just tip the scales on his ability to engage with that skill. And perhaps damaged knees will do it, but a knee strike to the head is also going to slow him down. And Gigi retreats inside the ring, and now just mocking the Karate Man. That's right, you just hit him with a huge knee strike. Gigi proud of himself. While Sensei holding his haircut together. Oh, look at Sensei just walking it off here, brushing it off, rubbing some dirt on it, continuing on, and taking his sweet time. This is a veteran right here. He knows, pace himself. If he took a couple of hard shots and he's got a 20 count out the ring, he actually only took a 6. And it was still plenty of time for him to recover, but the spear cuts him in half. 1. Perhaps maybe Gigi didn't have the complete cover right there. I mean, the referee seemingly hesitated on that count. And an uppercut to the external occipital protuberance. Drop kick in the corner, no dice. Sensei way out of there. But again, the right hand's back fist. Sensei keeps his feet. Bam! How about that? Spinning roundhouse kick. And now it's time. Steve Perry press. Kick out at 2. Oh, perhaps a second time. Going for the Steve Perry press a second time. 1, 2, no! 2 of his main move, his favorite move. The shout out to Journey, his favorite band, the Steve Perry press. The 80s enthusiast Mark Selesky hit Gigi with his best shot. Oh man, spinning back heel kick. Caught him. Or if you're Eric Bischoff, a back leg round kick. Whatever the fuck that means. Oh, shot right to the mustache. Gigi. Oh, kick to the midsection. Good defense right there. Caught the elbow. Misses the spin kick. Trips the leg out from underneath him. Off the ropes. Over the top. Man, what an exchange right there. Sensei holding on to the top rope. Oh, down he goes. And this game of one-upsmanship continues.
Everybody points.
Gigi gonna take a high risk here. Double stomp, comes down on his feet, but gets kicked in the face. Ooh. Sensei, I guess, perhaps didn't have him as strongly as I thought he did. Uh-oh, look out behind you. Now Gigi going to the top rope to take that high risk. Knee drop, misses. And remember, that is just desserts for Gigi as he was attacking the knees, the kicking legs of the sensei just moments ago. Bitter irony here. Sidesteps the spear, didn't work the second time. Perhaps Gigi out of ideas, going back to the old ones, and Sensei feels him coming. Ah, big right hand. Might have been out of frustration. 1, 2, yes, the knockout shot. Excuse me. And man, Sensei coming up short here tonight. I mean, he hit Gigi with his best shot. 1, 2 of them right there. You see here in the replay. Congratulations to Gigi. El Toro, Tyrese. 2 men on, I would say, parallel paths here in the MVWF. Slight different detours of their experience. Sure, El Toro was in the big money, the world money division. 3-time champion there. Some amazing matches, some incredible storyline that built this man up in such a way where you saw him climb the ladder, sometimes doing double duty on the same night. So if he suffered a loss earlier in the night, oftentimes he would come back and avenge that loss later in the night. And so El Toro eventually parlayed that into something of a championship run with the World Money Championship, and good luck on him. Tyrese went a little bit different. Tyrese played the political game. Tyrese complained about his booking, and so he got some unique opportunities, and he ended up backdooring his way into the main event on night 2 at Match Mania 8. Tyrese did not win the championship, but he became immortal that night one way or the other, and now he needs to understand what's next for him in his career. Tyrese, can you recover from such a devastating loss on the biggest stage of the year? Well, you can always continue to play politics, or you can go out there and you can compete with the best. And right now, I would say one of the best in the MVWF is El Toro.
Yeah. When the bass drops, somebody's getting folded. Hit a stop when I move, hold the arena shake. Red eyes in the dark, yeah, I'm dominating. Not a miss, not a match, I'm the real deal, though. When the bell goes ding, everybody know it's El Toro. Pressure in the ring, head down, full charge, I don't feel a thing. El Toro, can't carry me.
It's scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring, representing the New
so much on this young man's mind. You can see the thoughts passing through his mind, the crisis of confidence, perhaps. Ah, man, I'm looking forward to this one here. Tyrese Blake suffered a humiliating loss at Matchmania. Can he recover here tonight? Whoa, it seems like he's struggling to stay on his feet right there. I don't know if Tyrese is I wonder if he's okay. Tyrese opens up with a kick to the midsection and drops him with a sledge. Knee to the face. Takes his leg out from underneath him. There we go. Now we're starting to see El Toro come out of his shell. Both men enduring some early offense. And the UFC style, like head first, bull by the horns attack that is El Toro has made him such a success here in the MVWF. A big right hand. Tyrese can turn your lights out in an instant just like that. And a running elbow. And I'm seeing some slowness out of El Toro that I'm not used to. I'm used to seeing him being much more aggressive. Kick out at 2. Off the ropes, El Toro. Ooh, running neck snapper. Sends him over, and now the shoeless El Toro. And a shin kick right across the clavicle. Off the ropes now. El Toro looking to dominate right there. Misses the Superman punch into the choke slam. Great counter there by Tyrese. 1, 2. No! My God, he almost ended this quick. And to me, that absolutely sells because just ask Beast over in the EWF. He's had a couple of matches recently. Brendan Bones defeating Sawyer in like 15 seconds. He had another match that ended in like 6 seconds. I mean, the quick finish, it can happen. Miss Jiggles. Or just Jiggles. Or Jigs. Hello, darling. I am streaming right now, believe it or not, through a hotspot on my phone. I don't even have internet in my new apartment. Can you believe this bullshit? And so far, pulling it off. The knees to Tyrese and El Toro. Oh! Getting matched in his aggression by Tyrese here, who seems to be one step ahead of him. El Toro, perhaps one of the many scars on his head, opening up. Oh my God, Fusion's here? Tell him he can sit in catering. There's like fish and chips back there. You Brits like that, right? That's what the TV said. Oh, and El Toro gets the knockout shot. Well, the music cues would be faster if I actually had internet. And there is the 3 count. El Toro puts Tyrese away, and man, he is beat the fuck up. Well, the former 3-time MVWF World Money Champion is saying he's got another finger that's going to count it as 4. We shall see. Alrighty, folks, it's classic wrestling time. The Amazon, Fighter Hayabusa, Giant Panther, the Great Puma, King Corn Karn, King Slender, Starman, and Final Fights, Mike Hagar. Battle Royal time, baby. Take your panties off. It's time for a Battle Royale. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's the madness of the MVWF coming to you in your living room. And look at all the wonderful colors out there. Man, is Giant Panther wearing, is that King Slender in the jacket? Of course, Great Puma. I defeated him back in 1987. That's right, folks. This is the piss break match. Oh, someone's out. Okay, Giant Panther is out. Didn't even get to see the Iron Claw. Here comes King Slender, wearing his jacket still. And of course, in the purple, King Corn Karn, the ancient Korean wrestler, and out goes King Slender because he sucks. And of course, with the mustache over there looking like Don Fry taking a nap on the mat right there is Mike Hagar from Final Fight, for those of you that had a Nintendo. You know the original pro wrestling, the VWA? Oh, the nostalgia I'm feeling right now. Oh, I love nostalgia. I ate half an apple pie this afternoon. It was delicious. And the Amazon, well, usually him and Starman. That's what the people usually know from the original Nintendo game. And the Amazon, it's not easy being green, and out goes fighter Hayabusa. And Mike Hagar was not on the original Nintendo game, but he was identified as a professional wrestler in the original Final Fight. I think he even made some in-ring appearances in like Saturday Night Slam Masters. Oh, pile driver for the Starman. And out goes Ken Kornkar. No, the crafty Korean, who's probably something like 88 years old at this point. He was 40 in the 80s, according to the game booklet that had like a little bit of background information on him and shit. Man, Ken Kornkar looks like he overdid it with the spray tan. I'm so old and pale, I've got to tan up. And perhaps in the video game world, a dream match between Great Puma and Mike Hagar. Rear waistlock, Puma up in the air, boom! Full Nelson slam, got him all the way up there, but Puma, so relentless, just the way he was in the Nintendo game. Up in the air, wow! And that's like an 88-year-old man right there. Man, poor Kid Kornkarn. Stuff pile driver right onto his head, gonna break his neck, and now Starman trying to defend the honor of the VWA against the outsider from Final Fight from Saturday Night Slam Masters, Mike Hagar, who, such a powerful individual, likes to use that flying, spinning pile driver. That was his finishing move. And Karn is out, and now it is down to Hagar, Starman, and the Great Puma. The VWF, Final Fight, and the VWA all coming down to the final three. Into the corner, knee strike. Starman had a minute to recover. When Starman dies, he'll have more people at his funeral than El Santo. Wow, look at that kick. Solid right on the side of the head of the Great Puma. Over the top goes the VWF champion. And Hagar just kind of hanging back. Perhaps a smart move on his part, but Starman gets rid of the Great Puma. And now eternal babyface, the Starman, gets suplexed out of his mask. And it's Final Fight versus Nintendo's Pro Wrestling. Hagar's so powerful though, but Starman's so crafty. Look at those kicks, well placed, and look at that, a flying spinning neck breaker with some extra oomph on it. That's a big neck to try and twist. Oh, but again, you're not going to drag the big man around like that, Starman. He perhaps maybe thought those strikes maybe hit him a lot harder than he thought they did, but that kick certainly changed the scenario. Oh, sidestepped this fucking drop kick right there as I almost miscalled the move. Like it was a suplex. Again, wow, that kick. That kick just folded him down. Up, grabs the leg, trying to uproot a tree by hand almost. And out he goes, and Starman. Starman wins the Battle Royal, even though Hagar annihilated him with a bunch of German suplexes throughout this Battle Royal here. But man, he kept up his lucha style and was relentless here. And like I said, he almost had to uproot a tree right there with his bare hands, and he got him. Give it up for the Starman. All right, well, now we're really getting into the fucking meat of it here. A match 5 out of a 9-match series here. And this one is a bit of a tip of the hat to my good friends over at BYS. That's right. Fusion's BYS introduced this character named Sven that Brandon Bones did not have. I think he basically had kind of like an allergic reaction to his existence. And so, yeah, that hasn't gone very well, but as a result of that heat being there, Sven got invited to be in not one but 2 Battle Royals at Matchmania 8. And he won both of them. And so now he is being handsomely rewarded. With a cruiserweight title shot.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Women's Championship.
Man, does like every country's national anthem just fucking suck or what, man? Like, none of these songs would ever be in the top 40, man. Like, it's like a hymnal or some shit like that. Like, none of that fucking organ music they play at church and shit like that. You don't know that fucking song. Everyone, blah, 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 amen. Like, they don't even know what the fucking words are and shit. You never heard it on the radio. Well, Sven smells like fondue, has a terrible haircut, and sucks. But he won 2 Battle Royals. So good for him. So now he gets this Cruiserweight Championship shot against a guy who has absolutely dominated the Cruiserweight division.
Slap them up and shake them up and then you know. Let them up and float and bait them with the dough. You can do it front foot, you can go. Got this go. Ways to get a CEO.
3-time Cruiserweight champion, and man, this 3rd run has been absolutely historic. In this 3rd run, he defeated everyone in the Cruiserweight division at this point. And as a result, he was rewarded with a chance to put the Cruiserweight Championship on ice back in Season 7. Apparently, he left the belt under a book. Cruiserweight title on the line.
From Zurich, Switzerland, weighing in at
Hello, Anthony Campos. Welcome to the MVWF.
and his opponent from Batch Street, Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 190 pounds, the world's Cruiserweight Champion, the Future.
Can you fucking believe this shit? I am streaming off the hotspot on my phone, and it has gone just fine so far. Fucking Comcast doesn't come to my house until next week. And they tie up center of the ring, and much to my surprise, Dragonheart Jr. powers him back. Oh, got a handful of that haircut there, that terrible, terrible haircut that no doubt embarrasses both his relatives and family. Oh, Dragonheart with the Dragonheart DDT, misses the senton. Sven way out of dodge on there, did not get too overwhelmed by that DDT to get caught with the senton. And he lowers the bridge on him. May have twisted the knee, the right knee of Dragonheart Jr. Uppercut, very European of him. Knee strike. God, I hate looking at him. I mean, I'm Damian Andrews, not Brandon Bowens, but you know what I'm saying, folks. Just look at him. He's hard to look at. And again, tied up in the corner. Kicks, strikes, another DDT. Will this one stun Sven enough to get the pin? One count only. The left shoulder comes up almost immediately. And he goes to the top rope. Oh, great sidestep right there. I'd say that Sven was slick, but he's really just greasy. And covered in cheese. Queen Steffers, Miss Jiggles at ringside. Judo-style arm drag. And look at this right here, breaking the grip of Dragonheart. And the ladies here to support Sven, watching him from inside with great interest. And the moonsault misses. And Dragonheart has left his feet a number of times in this match and come up very unsuccessfully, as Sven has had great peripheral vision anyway as far as keeping Dragonheart at a distance when he's off his feet. Let him crash. Let him make a mistake. It's damage done, and you expend no energy to it beyond avoiding the move altogether. And a leg drop. Caught him. And now he's going to the top rope. A high-risk move right here. A first here in this match for Sven. Side steps to the drop kick right there. Oh, look at this. Nicely done. Dragonheart, little cat and mouse. Now, of course, Cruiserweight division has very different rules here in the MVWF. 25-minute time limits, very specific. No, regardless of the match, it has to have a 25-minute time limit. There are no rope breaks. There are no countouts. Disqualifications are on unless there are multi-man matches, which means you can't turn the disqualifications off. Or turn them back on, for that matter. And now Dragonheart now saw that Sven took the high risk. Goes for it. And this time pays off, but may have cost him a little bit all the same as he came crashing down with that elbow. And now back into the ring. And Sven and Dragonheart both content to just hop inside of the ring. And look at this victory roll right here. Oh, reversal. Very uncomfortable camera angle here. Oh, don't sit there. No. And that leg sweep right there took him down. I don't think that's going to be enough to put Sven down here. Nope. But he was definitely somewhere else there for a second and only came back at the last possible moment to kick out. Uh-oh, Sven hiding behind the women. Oh! And Queen Steffers! I believe that Dragon Conrado was intended for Sven, but again, Sven's greasy slickness put Queen Steffers in the danger zone. 6:30, he's out of there again. God, he probably smells like fondue. Oh, shoulders down, almost a new cruiserweight champion for the first time in about a year. Sven now in position. Dragonheart, the most vulnerable we've seen him as cruiserweight champion here. Pancakes him down. Good reversal. Missed the 630 before. Going for it again, perhaps. There's the Dragon Kanrana he was looking for that he hit Steffers with. 1, 2. Oh, couldn't hold on to him. Dragon Kanrana again. Sven now retreating to the corner. MVWF madness here. Championship on the line. Sven looking for something that he can do to put Dragonheart Jr. away and end this endless Cruiserweight Championship title match. And of course, for so much of Season 7, Dragonheart Jr. competed in the heavyweight division, got himself a title shot. It was a long road to that title shot, only for it to coincidentally be his own father, Dragonheart Sr., who was heavyweight champion. He lost that and has now retreated back to the Cruiserweight division now because so much has realigned in the time being, and that was a poor choice on the part of the champion. But quite frankly, if you look at Dragonheart Jr. here, like his arms are bigger, he's definitely pushing that limit, as is Sven, by the way. That way, but they may have both have bulked up with some water weight or something like that, like the UFC fighters do. And a power bomb for the championship. Kick out at 2, and not a strong one at that. Man, I got to give Sven credit, and it pains me to do so. He is laser focused in this match. He has been weathering strongly the offense of Dragonheart Jr. Oh, and a Dragon Destroyer. He breathes fire. Right shoulder up in time. I don't think Dragonheart Jr. thought that was going to happen, but it did. Spinning roundhouse kick. This has got to be it. The 630's got to put him away. He hits it. 1, 2, 3. What does Brandon Bones always say, folks? Dragonhearts don't lose. Whether in the MVWF or the NWA, of course, Dragonheart Sr. lost a whole lot and ran out of the LTD by Brandon Bones, but that's not me bragging. That's just Damian Andrews bringing up facts that can't be disputed or argued with. And for those of you like Anthony who are new, Brandon Bones and Damian Andrews are the same person. We're not the same person. We just sound a lot alike. Sven does need a flower crown. If he'd had a flower crown, he'd have won this match. Oh, hey, they flattened out the belt for him. Hell of an effort by Sven all the same, though. A great match for this championship here tonight. I can't complain about him being here tonight. Oh, well, I guess I didn't get a chance to play the Swedish national anthem again. I don't even know if you can even hear it. Poor Sven. I don't know what, I mean, I think Sven made a very good case for himself here. Remember, Jiggles, remember Queen Steffers, At Matchmania on both nights 1 and 2, there were 2 battle royals. Sven won both of those battle royals by being the greasiest, grossest, stinkiest. You know, I mean, everyone just fucking, they saw him, they smelled him, they jumped out of the ring. That's how, it was a very innovative way of winning a battle royal, sure. No one had really, you know, been like, I'm just going to be so repulsive that everyone will just fly out of the ring automatically and then do it, you know, 2 nights in a row. But I mean, I thought that was a notable enough event that, and he is of a size that allowed him to compete in the cruiserweight division. Don't be mean. But I'm supposed to be mean. It's wrestling, and I'm a bad guy. Moving right along, folks. Speaking of guys whose theme music is going to be a pain in the ass. All right, let's see if I can get this going here. So we've got that. Oh, hey, listen to this while you're... Oh, no, you can't hear it. Fuck it, whatever. I was going to play the Mustache Rides thing. That is probably my favorite thing that BYS has ever done, is my Mustache Rides commercial. Honestly, it's almost to the point where it should start being my entrance music. Fuck it, I can't find Rockstar's fucking theme music, so I am just going to pick something for him that is probably copyright infringement. Not that you'll be able to hear it. But Rockstar GC, by the way, folks, is a guy that I would definitely describe as far as the Extreme Wrestling Federation, which is owned by that guy on the right there, DeBeast, as one of the faces of EWF for the last couple of years in its brief tenure here in its existence. There have been 3 WrestleManias hosted by EWF, and Rockstar has been at the top of the card in each one of them. And Rockstar was the white meat babyface that everyone knew and loved. And in fact, they even teamed here together, these two, against Brandon Bones and Jeremy Love numerous times in the real thick of things, during the real collaboration between the EWF and the MVWF. And Rockstar, undefeated against Brandon Bones, faced him 3 times. He is 3-0 against Brandon Bones, and not many motherfuckers get to say that shit. Unlike the Beast, who was like 1-7 against Brandon Bones. I mean, so, you know what I mean? It sucks to be you, Beast. But hey, you won a good one there. Go check out WrestleMania 3, the match he and I had in the cell, where I was giving him the Cody Rhodes fucking move there 3 times. And it was on that one part of the Hell in the Cell square that breaks through. It breaks through, but I fall through, even though I'm giving him the move, and he holds on to the edge, and I fall to my death and get pinned. Are you shitting me? What the fuck? I was the one doing the move to him. But hey, you know, I mean, but what a finish that was. Like, because I've never seen that in anybody else's fucking federation. The game is, if you don't watch the EWF, folks, go watch DeBeast EWF. He is about the closest to the MVWF that I've seen out there. Everybody's got their own style, their own approach, their own way of doing things, their own presentation. But Beasts and mine are very similar. So it was very copacetic for us to team up together or whatever and do our shit. But yeah, so yeah, here we go, folks. So yeah, Rockstar is had someone pissed in his cornflakes, so he's not being that much of a good guy these days. The Beast has been calling him out about it in commentary in the EWF, and so I said, well, fuck it, make him fight for my amusement. Rockstar GC, multiple-time champion in the EWF, now tearing it up here in the MVWF, and he is looking for gold. But tonight, he's got to report to the boss. But I gotta wonder if maybe Rockstar hasn't been having like a mental health crisis or something, you know? Like again, like his attitude inside the ring has just been, it's just been ass, man. And here he comes, the owner of the EWF. That's right, folks. For months, it was EWF versus MVWF. The Beast. Well, in the aftermath of the MVWF versus the EWF, things have definitely settled back down into the old bad habits that existed prior to the rivalry. Rockstar in the EWF has struggled also to get himself permanently wedged into the championship title picture, having been stymied by such people like racist JP, who was in a very controversial move on the MVWF's part. JP appeared at Match Media 8, folks. They said it would never happen, but it did. The Beast is such a fierce competitor. Like I said, he recently just got his first win over Brandon Bones, and he could not be more prouder. And we are off. Oh, look at that drop kick, and down goes Rockstar. Caught him. Nice thrust kick. Nice clothesline, caught him. Rockstar poised, in position now to do some damage and maybe end this quick. Ooh, stopped short of the elbow right there. Grabs him by the hair and just clubs him in the chest. Rockstar with a height advantage. And maybe Rockstar has his fans out there in a shot to the midsection here. Wow, look at that athletic move right there by DeBeast, and Rockstar didn't know what to do with that. Caught him. Ooh, look at that flying knee, came up short, settles for the jab, he'll take it. That's right, folks. This here is a sledgehammer match. Oh! But really what it ought to be is something of an attitude adjustment for Rockstar, perhaps, especially when you throw a sledgehammer at him. Whose cornflakes did you piss in this morning to make you want to throw a sledgehammer at someone? And now DeBeast, top rope, Swanton! Goes for it. 2 count only. The Beast now perhaps recalibrating his strategy, trying to fire himself up. Gonna teach him a fucking lesson here. Rockstar, again, one of the more marketable acts in the EWF, and for him to go sour like this is gonna cost the company a lot of fucking money. It's probably crypto, but, you know, which is basically, you know, useless, but, you know, that's just me, bro. Uh-oh, Rockstar now. Caught him with the power slam as things get wiggy with the camera. I still got the shot. Up and over goes Rockstar. And that's where having a lower center of gravity right there. Gets underneath him, gives him the throw. Here comes the sledgehammer. Oh, and dings him again. Sledgehammers are legal. Oh, back body drop. And Dragon Screw leg whip. And there's the sledgehammer if you want it. Instead, he's trying to break his arm. Beast now top rope, Swanton, and Rockstar was way, way ahead of that Swanton. One count only. Rockstar putting the boots to him. Rockstar wants to be a champion. He was feeling, perhaps maybe, and I speculated this, I can't put words in the man's mouth. But that perhaps maybe the Beast, you know, being that they were a tag team for a little while and they were relying so much on each other during the rivalry with the MVWF that perhaps maybe things got a little peanut butter and jealous. I mean, that's what these two guys are talking about. Beast now takes him down. Look, I mean, look at this right here. Beast now getting real righteous in his indignation here. I mean, again, would Rockstar be in the MVWF if it weren't for the Beast? Do it. Beast now going to the top rope. High risk move. Oh, got him this time. No knees. And he kicks out at 2. The Beast feeling the pain here. As the crowd chants both these guys. Beast perhaps maybe getting a little indecisive, or perhaps maybe he would just prefer to have his white meat babyface t-shirt seller like Rockstar used to be working for him the way that he used to work in the in the EWF. Oh! Cyclone kick! How did Rockstar survive that? Beast is asking himself that question right now. And here we got the Anaconda Vice here in the sledgehammer match, and Rockstar has been the one to exclusively eat sledgehammers. No stank on that super kick, one of Rockstar's main moves that he's known for. Here it is, the other move he's known for, the stuff pile driver. On the floor. Beast, shoulders down. Kick out at 2, and Rockstar just glared at him out of the corner of his eye in disgust. Shoulders down again. Beast putting everything behind it. No. And again, a shocked look on the face of the Beast. He's finding out now why Rockstar was such a reliable main eventer. And that perhaps maybe why Rockstar should not have been so insecure about that. Again, I don't mean to put words in their mouth. But that's just how I ain't hating, I'm just stating. And Rockstar is down. And perhaps maybe Beast having some second thoughts about how this has gone on right now. And Rockstar now slowly gets to his feet. Cyclone kick! Nope. He was just waiting for the kill shot. And no! Again, just two. And the crowd here just taunting the Beast right now because he thought that should have been it. But his ace up his sleeve, the Cyclone kick, did not get it done. And Beast has had some anxiety about his moves not getting it done. Remember, he used to have the irreversible front flip DDT. And then one day somebody reversed it. Oh, here comes the payback. Another sledgehammer. Oh, he was going for the big swing. Setting up for that super kick. Beast content to just brawl with him. Oh, into your living room, and down goes Rockstar, and shit, that is it. And again, the right shoulder comes up. Look at these two taking the measure of one another. Sledgehammer match. And a back heel kick, flying style. And again, Rockstar kicks out. Whoa, dodged the sledgehammer shot, came back with a bulldog headlock, face first, and now Beast is bleeding. And Rockstar, honestly, has taken enough of these shots here tonight. And a fucking tornado DDT puts him down on his face again. Oh, you see the fucking look on his face? That might be the thumbnail. And now Rockstar starting to lose his temper. And now he's looking for something. Oh, the steps now. Beast right on top of him, kicks underneath him. Cyclone kick takes his head off. Shoulders down. And it's over. Congratulations to the Beast. You've got to wonder if the message he sent was received or not. Look at that. That might do it. No, replay. Going shitty. But Beast with a huge win right here. And we'll see if Rockstar learns the lesson of crime not paying. But man, it took everything on earth that Beast had to put Rockstar down, man. How many sledgehammer shots did that motherfucker take? All right, folks, now we've got 3 more matches still to go. The 8 superstar elimination Survivor Series match, the one-on-one no ropes hardcore match for the MVWF World Money Championship. And Shadow defends the MVWF World Championship against the hardcore icon, the Minister of Violence, the Skinny Wolf. Brandon Bones and Ryan Doyle went to war at Match Mania 8, and now Brandon Bones is, since losing in the 3 Stages of Hell match to his hated rival Ryan Doyle, Bones is now singularly focused on destroying the MVWO, something he has failed to do for a quarter of a century. Brandon Bones, a 3-time MVWF champion, 3-time Royal Rumble winner. Main evented 3 Match Manias. He claims to be the uncrowned LTD champion after defeating Jeff Matthews inside a steel cage in a non-title match. He'll be teaming with the Assassin Kid, representing the Northeast in the big tag team tournament. And of course, what a match he had just last night against Meaty. He had his head taken off. After the Boston Crab did not work for Brandon Bones to get the submission, no matter how many times he put it on. Meaty, realizing he had one last shot left in him, charged Brandon Bones, took his head off of the clothesline, spun him inside out, and got the win. We'll see if Bones has recovered enough for this.
And his partners from the Virgin Islands, weighing in at 303 pounds, 2
Too Cool Koito. After 25 years in the MVWF, finally won the World Heavyweight Championship, even defended it a couple of times last year. What a year 2025 was for Too Cool Koito. That being said, now he is refreshed on his own, and the sugar daddy, the proletariat playboy, is looking to mingle, ladies.
I'm gonna take it on the green. That's a pitch and a shift and a one for the straight. I got hello there.
Here he is, folks. It's Jesse Jackhammer, and believe it or not, he's on a team with Brandon Bones, a former member of the Bones Enterprises in the EWF and the MVWF. Extreme Chaos, if you will, had a huge breakup, especially between Primetime Shawn Sanders and Brandon Bones. But Jesse Jackhammer attempted to try and remain neutral in all of that, but again, you cannot remain neutral on a moving train. But perhaps Jesse Jackhammer, the Canadian Nightmare here, has decided to align himself with Brandon Bones. Or is this just a one-night thing? Is this a paycheck? This version of Jesse Jackhammer made by Blaze McCoy, I have not touched him whatsoever to even modify any of his moves, even though I hate the fact that a lot of guys have those inside springboard moves and shit like that they always miss. And here he is, folks, three-time MVWF champion, the king of the submissions division, the man who applied 137 barbed wire baseball bat shots to the head, body, and everything of Dennis the Tank Hitman Hart. If you don't believe me, there's a video on the channel of just Jeremy reacting to all of that, and cut a promo on him that absolutely devastated the career of the Hitman. And of course, the rematch after that, the ambulance match that went 75 minutes and is the bloodiest match in MVWF history. What a violent feud that was. And now Jeremy, of course, finds himself as one of the elites here in the MVWF for sure. And he is a #1 contender for whoever wins against the Skinny Wolf and Shadow tonight for the championship. But tonight, it is an 8-man elimination tag Survivor Series style, as the rivalry between Brandon Bones and Ryan Doyle continues to get more and more ugly. He is now straight up attacking the entirety of the MVWO, the longest lasting faction in MVWF history, going back all the way to the beginning. And Jeremy looking for a fan, someone that likes him. And now it is time for the MVWO. It's the MVWO, Whiteside, Westside Ito, Kid Christian, Ricky the Dragon, Steam Honk, and all the way in the back, Unbreakable Ryan Doyle. Kid Christian just coming out for the entrance here. All right, here we go. It's Bones and Doyle to start off, picking up right where they left off at Match Mania 8. 3 stages of hell. Brandon Bones won the first fall, and Doyle came back to win the last 2 in short order, I would add. Uh-oh. Doyle now, look at this. Goes for the humanoir of the Canadian Nightmare. Some good goaltending on behalf of Brandon Bones' faction here. I don't know if he's actually got himself a faction, but these are the guys he's teaming with here tonight that agreed to it. There's that flying knee strike that Doyle used back at Pizzazz to defeat Brandon Bones to end his legendary championship title run. And look at Jeremy telling him to bring it on. Doyle set him up for a float over DDT, but Jeremy punches his way out. I would like to see Jeremy and Doyle in a submissions match. A submissions-only Iron Man match, maybe. Oh, Bones with the cheap shot. And then switches sides to maybe pretend like maybe it was Too Cool Koito that did it. That piece of shit, Brandon Bones. So the last time the MVWO were in a Survivor Series match, elimination style here, they faced an EWF team that was eventually... Woodsy was the sole survivor. Doyle got eliminated probably about a half an hour into a 62-minute match, and then in the last 20 minutes or so, that match just absolutely tore it up as the pieces began to fall and fast. And then it got down to it. Steam Honk was down 3-1. He eliminated 2 out of the 3 guys. And then went all the way with Woodsy. What a match. Oh, Bones, Phoenix Splash. Knees come up. Knee strike that Bones knows. The mustache breaker. I did not know that your channel got deleted, GG. But go check out your match. You had a match earlier in the show. Copyright violation. Yeah, dude, I commit copyright violations all the time. I love it. Suck my dick, YouTube. I know you're listening. And now Whiteside and Brandon Bones. These are 2 guys that have not faced each other very many times outside of like tag team scenarios. These guys never quite in the same orbit that much, but Bones now being overly preoccupied with the loss to Doyle at Match Mania 8 in the 3 stages of hell. Double shoulder block by the Verse, which was the name of the tag team when Brandon Bones and Jeremy Love were tag team champions. Bones, to my knowledge, has never teamed with Too Cool Koito. Well, yes, he did. That was once early on in his return. And a rope break right there as Jeremy was setting up the love lock number 1. And for those of you that may not necessarily be familiar with Jeremy Love, there are multiple moves that he used called the love lock. Love lock number 1, number 2, number 3, for example. And depending upon which one is which number, depends on which order in the match he does them. So you can move that move around all the time and call love lock number 1. It might not be the same move, but for 3 matches or so, give or take, you know? And then if it does another submission move that's a love lock, you call it love lock number 2. And then love lock number 3. That's just how you do it. Jeremy, a submission specialist trained in jiu-jitsu, as is Doyle. Whiteside, I'm pretty sure, is a real-life assassin. Ricky the Dragon Steamhawk is the brother of Unbreakable Ryan Doyle, and he likes to switch gimmicks every 10 minutes. Chimu in the chat, what's up, buddy? And the Proletariat Playboy sets his sights on the foot of Whiteside, who comes bounding out of the corner with a clothesline. And the 2 big anchor men on the team clashing like titans. Doyle, double leg takedown. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Throw one of your chins in front of you. Boom! Curb stomp. And here is West Side Ito, and one of the things that's been kind of like the cool story of like the kind of things that we got out of the collaboration between the EWF and the MVWF was kind of a resurgence of the career of West Side Ito. Ito had been kind of washed out because Dragonheart Jr. had beaten everybody in the Cruiserweight division to the point that he got to put the Cruiserweight belt on ice, which left Ito with nothing to do. But when the collaboration started showing up, Ito was one of those guys that Beast downloaded off Community Creations. In fact, he got all of the MVWO for the Survivor Series, for that matter, so they could be, you know, entirely intact. So yeah, he really got like a resurgence of his career based off of a lot of the success that he had. Fighting for the tag team titles over there. I think he fought for like a hardcore title over there. He's been given a lot of opportunities and has produced some good fucking matches. He's got a lot of good reviews from the Beast as far as his interest in continuing to book that guy. I mean, we're still doing like a character share for the most part between us, but it's not really the collaboration where we're doing like, you know, team sports anymore. And now the Granite State elbow. And Whiteside, too slow. Ooh, face buster, beard splitter. And here comes Doyle, here comes Brandon Bones. This is what the people came to see, and Bones rushing the Irish Warrior. And oh, Doyle coming back for one of his own. And now Brandon Bones in enemy territory. Bones being moved into the double underhook suplex, through him with ease. Like this guy hasn't been suplexing Brandon Bones on his fucking head for over 25 years. Boom! And Doyle trying to injure Too Cool Koito. Perhaps gives Brandon Bones fewer people to tag to. Doyle got to keep his eye on the count. Jesse Jackhammer, paid muscle here tonight. And here comes West Side Ito to come defend his tag team partner. The MVWO, they've got each other's backs for sure. Yeah, they've had their scraps with each other or whatever, but it's never... Oh! Doyle just might have broken Too Cool Koito's neck. Not that he has much of a neck. Doyle now having fun out there, beating up Brandon Bones. And look at him, I got him down. Just taunting him. Oh, going for a second bite at the apple. And for those of you that weren't there, one of the great things that was about the feud between Brandon Bones and Doyle was the fact that back in the Nintendo 64, one of our matches was the only match to have ever gone backstage, where we brawled up the aisleway or whatever. Oh, man. Steiner driver. Bones now perhaps looking for the first elimination. Oh, Doyle way out of there. Bones out of there. Doyle a little slower to his feet than Brandon Bones. Of course, he just took a Steiner driver. Stop looking at me, he says. Kick Jeremy in the face just to be a dick. Doyle, Bones now. Bones up in the air. Powerbomb time. Oh, dropped him, trying to split that mustache in half. Yanks him out of the corner. Bones goes for the ride. Bones makes a desperation tag to the Canadian Nightmare, Jesse Jackhammer. Oh, man, and that's what 275 fucking Canadian pounds can do for you. You will tell him, and you will agree with him when he tells you that bacon is ham cut into circles. Double leg takedown. Oh, man. Doyle now going to give one to maybe everybody on the other team. Boom! Canadian History X. Bones, good goaltending right there. West Side Ito comes in now. Jesse Jackhammer. Double stomp. West Side Ito absolutely overwhelmed by the size difference and strength difference between him and Jesse Jackhammer. He is way off the mark with that clothesline, throwing kicks. He doesn't know where he is. But he just keeps pushing forward. And that was a very smart tag on the part of West Side Ito. Jesse trying not to get caught in the corner, but again, shots coming at him from all directions. Doyle directing traffic out there. And Steam Honk, who was so reliable and so frustrating for the EWF team throughout that match at Survivor Series in the EWF. Bones just over there burning, doing the Neutron dance. And Jesse Jackhammer and Jeremy showing some tag team continuity. Oh, Bones, he's be dancing, dancing, dancing. Oh yeah, to the right. And throwing lefts to the right. Nice arm drag. Jesse Jackhammer doing what he gets paid to do. And a double team right there. Now, give it up for Jeremy here. This might be the second time in this match where he is, again, not known for his ability to cooperate with tag team partners. Look at Jeremy here. What's he got in store for him? Boom! Kicking Steam Honk. Kicked his head into orbit. Holy shit. That might be the fucking thumbnail. Well, I hope you've been enjoying this event here, folks. The MVWF did not plan on doing a show today, but pulled this one out of my ass just cuz. And I've been doing it this whole time with a hotspot on my cellular connection on my cell phone. I don't know why. I mean, if this works, I don't know why I don't just do this. Why am I paying for internet? I don't know. But they're coming on Tuesday. I'll make sure I get you the Wi-Fi password. Which is fuck your Yankee Blue Jeans. And Too Cool Cueto now, who took some abuse out there earlier on. Doyle suplexed him on the back of his bald-ass fucking kingpin head. Uh-oh. Pretty deep gash right there. Big belly-to-belly suplex. These two fought against each other the last rotation they were in the ring. And look at Whiteside. Nimble move right there for a guy in the twilight of his career. Man, a big fucking gash on the face of Too Cool Cueto. And he just runs his fingers through it like it's no fucking big matter, just smiling at him. Well, I mean, give it to the veteran, Too Cool Cueto, for being able to handle what is an otherwise dire situation, and down goes Doyle. Oh, caught him. Saved himself the humiliation of the assless chap slam. That's right. He's got assless chaps on and a glowing codpiece. I wouldn't say, Toro, I know you probably asked this question like 10 minutes ago, but like the MVWF and the EWF aren't warring necessarily. Would you, we're still allowing a pretty liberal exchange of talent or whatever. So we're not like, we never actually even kept score of like who won more matches or not during the entire reign of the rivalry, but someone should go back and do that. Bones now in the ring with West Side Ito. What is he got in store? Uh-oh, look out. No, pile driver from the apron to the floor, and now West Side Ito's dreams squashed in a moment by Father Peace here. Look at him, he's proud of himself. Goes over to try and punch Whiteside, kicks him in the head. Bones now, again, you can see he is preoccupied with trying to fuck with the MVWO. Of course, back in the 64 days, back in these GameCube days, Brandon Bones and the MVWO were always at each other's throats. And again, for another time here where you've seen West Side Ito just a couple inches short from where he really needs to be to make impact. Oh, but this time Bones took a little too much time. Here come the chops. Ito finding his mark now. Fujiwara armbar. Bones rolls through, head scissors. Look at this. Lucha style reversal right there by Brandon Bones, and now showing that like when Brandon Bones wants to, he can go out there and be an excellent wrestler. He just generally chooses not to, which is why he'd rather just punch you in the balls or kick you in the vajayjay. Ooh, sling blade right there. Takes down Cueto. Probably knocked him in 2 out of his 5 chins. And now the robust Cueto gets a drop kick. Oh, hard collision into his own corner. No one there to help. Ito, a former 4-time cruiserweight champion. Too Cool Cueto had never won a championship in the MVWF until he won the MVWF World Championship about 10 months ago. Books the leg of the assless chavs. Jesse Jackhammer on a point right there at the command of Brandon Bones. Ito gets rid of Jesse, stays focused on Koito, drops the elbow on him, goes for the cover here, perhaps going to try and take a shortcut, get that first elimination. But Koito, I think the blood in his eyes is irritating him here. He could not sit still long enough in that pinfall scenario, even with his legs on the ropes. But here come the low kicks. Oh, and there's the high kick right to the bloody face. And West Side Ito soaking it in. Desperation tag to Bones. Bones has had his way with Ito for the most part in this match. And now he's biting him. Body drop. And Bones, you see, he comes into the ring and he gets everybody reorganized here. And now Ito on the back foot. He's trapped into enemy territory. Koito's right there. Jesse all over him. Size and strength advantage. Far away from his friends. Ito fighting back with the heart of a champion. But when was the last time Ito was a champion? He's never been able to break out of the cruiserweight division. Oh. And that was part of why, like, a few years ago when the MVWO had kind of its own civil war, and Ito made his play to become the leader of the MVWO. And again, the friction was oh, look at Bones just taunting West Side Ito here. Oh, and Ito makes him pay. And now Ito fighting his way through. Wait, is Jesse Jackhammer the legal man? And he's back inside the ring just in time at 19. Small package. Face first. Smart tag now. Jesse needs to get out of there now. Do a double team move here. Send him up. Back. Body drop. And Ito going to try and make the tag, and Jeremy makes the mistake of letting him. Steam Honk with the hot tag. Ito, man, just now getting to his feet. And a well-earned rest over there, as Steam Honk has largely been kept in the back pocket, which was the case at Survivor Series. So far, 22 minutes into this thing, no eliminations. Oh, punked him like a bitch right there. Oh, man, got the DDT. Clothesline takes his head off. Oh, mistake. Big, stupid mistake, Brandon Bones. Went over to the MVWO's corner, and they just punched him in the fucking face. And now he sidestepped it. That gave the Dragon a chance to recoup. Man, look at Koito's face and a low blow to Brandon Bones, and down he goes. Jeremy's not going to stand for that. Double underhook, flying chicken wing submission. And Bones has the counter. Inside cradle, center of the ring, first elimination. And that would have been a smart elimination. Get rid of Steam Honk. Again, he had been so reliable in the strategy employed by the MVW. Oh, what's this? A tombstone! Don't know if I've seen Brandon Bones do that ever. And dropped him face first on the knee. Jeremy busted nose and everything. Springboard forearm takes Jeremy down. And you can see now 24 minutes into this thing and the damage has taken its toll on everybody. And Jeremy hung out to dry. But apparently not defenseless. Comes out of the corner with an elbow. Good tag, Jesse Jackhammer. Hard slam. Jesse's so big, so strong, so Canadian. Fires Steam Honk into the corner. Time to punish him. Jesse now not going all the way in there. Oh, but met the elbow of Steam Honk, who had got lots of time to recover. And how about a back body drop for you, asshole? Double stomp from Ito for the first elimination. Brandon Bones is there. And you can see the team strategies being employed by both teams here. Brandon Bones apparently making all the directives for his team. Oh, big avalanche in the corner. Koido bleeding profusely from the middle of his forehead. And now he goes to the top rope. Moonsault, boom, got him from an awkward angle. Steam Honk came in to make the save, but Ito got the shoulder up all the same. Steam Honk might have been showing his cards right there. Wasn't looking like he was about a half second behind where he needed to be. That's not a good sign. Love lock number 2. Ito now getting his neck bent. Sling Blade works on Jeremy too, and now Ito feel like he's poised to maybe make an elimination here. Drop kick under the chin. Ito may have made a lapse in judgment right there. I don't know, he's caught being indecisive about what he wants to do. Jeremy stirs. Look at that, the way he picked the ankle, took Ito apart, and Ito should have been more aggressive, but again, this late into the match, everyone is covered in welts and beaten up. They've all spent significant amounts of time inside the ring, and Ito now makes the tag to Whiteside. Clothesline. And man, Ito out there trying to be the Iron Man here tonight. Look at him. He is beat the fuck up for sure. And now a double team. MVWO with the sledge. Oh, here it is. Love lock number 3. Steam Honk, the veteran, knows his way in and out of all the holds. Drop kick under the chin of Jeremy. Jesse right there to make the save. Clothesline in the corner. Steam Honk, a survivor out there for sure, came within a hair's breadth of going to victory at a 1-3 deficit against the EWF, and he almost did it. Wrestled the entire 62-minute match. German suplex. Jeremy in trouble. Clothesline and Steam Honk. Put the steam behind it. Jeremy sent off the ropes. Reversed into the DDT. And now Doyle, who had a good amount of time to rest and recover there, and now is again Brandon Bones after Ryan Doyle. Knee strike! No, Bones, you are not after Doyle. He is after you. Bones down. Here comes Ito now looking for some vengeance here. Sidesteps the drop kick. Brandon Bones has basically had his way with Ito in this match, but for everyone else. And Ito almost gets eliminated right there by Brandon Bones, and they just stare daggers at each other. Big time DDT onto the flower crown. Bones will be the first eliminated, saved by Jeremy. He knows who signs the checks. Hey, Matt Storm. Bones side, white side, leg sweep right there, and now for the first time in this match, Brandon Bones is the one who's trapped. And will he be the one to take the Granite State elbow? Yes! Sell that shit. Shoulders down, here comes Koito. Bones may have been done right there. Whiteside would have humiliated. Oh, Brandon Bones had one wound up for Westside Ito. Clotheslines, Whiteside inside out. Just like he took it from Meaty last night in the LTD. Bones was obsessed with hitting the... Oh, there's the low blow. Bones was obsessed with putting Meaty in the Boston Crab, but he wouldn't give it up. And Whiteside kicks out at 2. Bones not entirely sure that wasn't 3. Oh, Whiteside did not get stuck in the corner. Smart move. Or maybe he still will. Bones now backslide, trying to get that elimination. Oh, Whiteside kicks out at 2. Bones now in enemy territory. Low kick to Whiteside. What is Bones doing here? Oh, what is this? Oh, the hanging figure 4! Oh, Whiteside gonna have his leg broken that way. Bones taking a victory lap around the ring. I think that might be the first time on any show that fucking hanging figure 4 has ever been used. And it's been on every game that I bought since the MVWF came back in for 2K18. Whiteside taking a long count out there. His leg has to be screaming at him. 325 pounds is the Whiteside. Oh, and there's one of his favorite moves, the reverse DDT. Steam Honk now, top rope, big splash! Bones is eliminated! Oh, but he screwed things up for Too Cool Koito on the way out. Koito was going to try and get like a quick elimination Oh, man, Bones had not... Bones fucked that up real bad for him right there. I think Koito might have gotten the win on him. I mean, Steamhawk is beat the fuck up at this point. Well, he's going to have to make another opportunity here with 26 minutes left in the time limit. The first elimination, and it's Brandon Bones. What a bitch. And of course, like I said, not even 24 hours removed from his big match with Meaty, and man, he had that, like I said, he had that match in his hands, but Meaty made a wild shot, a running clothesline that set Bones inside out. Got the 1-2-3, and good on him. What a victory for Meaty over in the LTD. Oh, look at this. Steamhawk just cutting away at the cut on his head. Oh, and that is the Steamhawk that I'm talking about, man. Like I said, in that Survivor Series match in the EWF, go see that show. The co-branded show between the MVWF versus the EWF. And look at that, too much fat. And Ito now, having had a bit of a break, rolling away, got some, perhaps a second win, but Koito negotiated things around the body of Steamhawk and caught him by the mullet. Oh, tried to give Steamhawk a shot on the way out the ring. No such luck. Ito now to the top rope. Double stomp. Koito out of there. Upside down. There he goes. This time he might get it. 69. 6. No, he caught him by the assless chaps. Sidesteps the drop kick. And Ito put everything he had left in that, and now he's just dead weight in the arms of Too Cool Koito, who's also beaten and exhausted. And the unlikely trio of Jeremy Love, Too Cool Koito, and Jesse Jackhammer are going to have to coalesce here in a big, big way to defeat the MVWO that remains intact. And this might be the beginning right here, as Koito now pounding away in the elbows, setting him up. Oh, Poison Rana off the top rope, and Koito for the first elimination, and a save by Steamhawk. Great goaltending by Ricky the Dragon Steamhawk. Double teams, Jesse, oh, right to the small of the back. And Jackhammer needs to be more aggressive if they're going to overcome this deficit. Sunset flip, will he block it? Yo, straight punch right there. Good instincts by Ito. And the sling blade, batting 1,000 with that. Reversal. Jesse trying to turn up the heat on Ito. He feels like he should have eliminated this kid a long time ago. Lung blower. Oh, big man Jesse, though. Good reversal into the small package. Doyle kicks out at 2. Big right hand, Jesse Jackhammer. Oh, threw the right hand with everything that he had, and now jabs to the iron chin of Doyle. Jukin, jiving. Bionic elbow. Doyle goes down hard, and Jesse now firing up. Takes his head off. Full force. Elbow to the face. Doyle now in trouble. Is it time for the jackhammer? Right there in enemy territory. No, Doyle has the man scouted. Jackhammer clotheslines his head off. And a suplex exploder into the corner, into his own corner. And a wild-eyed look in the face of Jesse Jackhammer right now. He's in there with an MVWF legend, no doubt, and now going to hit him with one of his own moves, the Bukkake Tsunami! Jesse, exhausted, goes over to tag to Jeremy, who he feels might be the closer. Tagging in his former tag team of the year. Back in season 1, Doyle and Whiteside. Oh, love lock number 4. Doyle now, once he realized Whiteside was going to make his own escape, he didn't overreact. Oh, that kick collapsed Whiteside, and man, he dug in deep with that knee, right into the ribs. We'll see how much damage it's done, because Whiteside is wearing a flak jacket. As I said, he is in the twilight of his career. And Jeremy now trying to discuss some strategy, perhaps give some leadership to this team with him and Koito. Oh, and that might be it for Whiteside. Ito's he had to come in and make the save. Whiteside was done right there. Oh, don't go into enemy territory like that. And Ito acting like he just got away with something. Can Jeremy put Whiteside away? It's what he's in there to do right now. That is the plan. But now he is trapped in enemy territory. 18 minutes left in the time limit. Wow, gave a Steam Hawk an arm drag. How about that? Just to be a dick. Oh, clothesline and an enraged Ricky Steam Hawk. Tags in his brother, Unbreakable Ryan D, and now he's going into the corner. Uppercut. Caught him in one of his many chins. No. Oh, Doyle reversed. And he got him! And now Jesse Jackhammer. And last call, Jeremy Love. Are diminished by 50% now. Jackhammer. Boom! Jesse could take some of the pressure off here, but again, the good goaltending by the good teamwork of the very familiar MVWO coming through once again. Smart tag right there by Jesse Jackhammer. Man, look at the battle scars on these guys at this point. They are damaged. And a huge uphill battle for the next 16 minutes for Jeremy and Jesse. Good clothesline right there. Doyle looking very solid out there. He might be looking for a weapon, but it's no... DQs are on, buddy. Jeremy largely sidestepped it. Glancing blow, knee strike. Jeremy throwing the knees in enemy territory. And Jeremy again walking into enemy territory. Doyle is worn down for sure. But he chooses to make the tag, and I guess maybe they have a pact to just try and survive this thing. Doyle now hanging Jesse Jackhammer out to dry right in front of his tag team partner, who's got no love personally for Jesse Jackhammer. Caught the foot. Jesse, no fool, doesn't get stuck in the corner. Doyle now sent into the corner now. A chance perhaps to get an elimination here if Jesse and Jeremy can get on the same page. And again, Jesse tries this again and gets punched in the face again for it. It didn't work with Ito earlier on. And it didn't work with Doyle. Pancakes him down, drops the back of his head on the mat as hard as possible. Jeremy now comes in, needs to hit a submission hold to try and get a quick tap out, get an elimination. It's interesting that when you get this deep into the pool here with, and they've been out there a long time, just to see how much damage can be applied to these characters, that otherwise may not happen in your average, 6 to, 12-minute match. Like, Doyle looks fucking beat the fuck up right now. Too Cool Coito earlier looked like he had a stab wound in his face. Jeremy pouring blood from his hairline. Oh, pile driver. Boom! And that could be the difference maker if he were to go for the pin right there. But Doyle apparently playing possum. Humanure. Drops him on his head. Doyle maybe having a little bit of fun at Jeremy's expense. He's got 12 minutes left to toy with him. And a save by Jesse, who doesn't want to be left all alone out there with the entirety of the MVWO. And look at the bruises and welts on his back. Jeremy blocks the float over DDT. He did it towards the beginning of the match, too. Oh! And a brilliant strike by Jeremy, and now he takes the turnbuckle pad off. And he's got dire intentions for Doyle. And another pile driver. Oh, but again, Jeremy too slow to follow up, and Doyle picks the leg. And now he's going to get nothing for hitting him with those two pile drivers. And Steamhawk loving the opportunity to go into the enemy territory and just rub his foot in an open wound on the face of his opposing team. Whiteside going to take a risk on the second rope. Big splash, doesn't pay off. Knees come up. Probably didn't feel great for Jeremy. And Jeremy gets an elimination. Whiteside is gone and the referee is down. Small package driver. And Jeremy now left alone in the ring. Now Ito's the legal man, but Doyle just hit that devastating move. Smelony is down. And a little bit of payback for Too Cool Koito earlier on. We saw Steamhawk doing that. And the sling blade again being super reliable here for Ito. Drop kick, caught his feet in midair. Jeremy, oh God, such a frustrating wrestler to compete with because his counter moves were so impeccable. Oh, spinning elbow. Good moves right there, staying ahead of him. And again, Ito in the last few minutes has got his second wind. He did this earlier. Into your living room comes last call, Jeremy Love. Perhaps you might have caught a piece of Westside Ito's face. What's left of it. Last cut. Jeremy reverses the brainbuster attempt. Oh, pinfall, caught him off guard. Two. Jeremy gets another elimination and it's all tied up. Ito may have been knocked out right there. Up in the air. Oh, down goes Ito. Suplex. Ito's in trouble. Ito's in trouble here. Comeback time. Misses the stomp. Ito, good defense. Up on the shoulders. Jeremy again off the shoulders. Won't stay still. Turns him. And again, Bennett slowly working that leg tonight. He's done that to him before. Jeremy up over the shoulder. Ito counter move. Back suplex. No! Dropped him on the back of his head. Man, that was a chess match to get to that move. Jeremy, though, showing he's still with it. Here come the strikes. And Ito is all beat up. And the two senior members of the MVWO are gone. And now Ito and Ricky the Dragon Steamhawk have to find a way to not blow this thing. Jeremy bleeding profusely. Again, not staying still. Reverse DDT. Puts him down. Man, they are taunting each other in the corner all night tonight. Jeremy's done it. Steamhawk's done it. Ito's done it. Doyle's done it. And man, oh, now Steamhawk is bleeding. And a 1 count with a little more than 4 minutes left in the time limit by Steamhawk. Great stamina. But then again, he went the distance in the EWF Survivor Series. Steamhawk, though, enraged by that chop. Oh, shoulder blocks him off the counter. And now, here comes, oh, Jesse Jackhammer felt him coming. Jeremy just on the ground, bleeding. Knee strike by the Dragon. Tag to Ito. 3:10 left. Ito beat to shit. But still fighting back, still showing signs of life. Oh, takes him down, crossface. Oh, rope break. Rope break. Could have taken Jeremy out there. Oh! And that was vicious. DDTs him on his head. Jeremy's in trouble. Jesse, nowhere to save him. Jeremy kicks out. How satisfying would that have been for Ito to have eliminated Jeremy after all this time in this match? After the 2 eliminations that Jeremy got over Doyle and Whiteside. Jeremy taken over with an Ito Kanrana. Over the shoulder. Caught him. Again, Ito will not stay down. And those wild errant shots. 40 seconds left. This will truly be with a draw with two members of each team still left. I mean, give it up for Team Bones here for closing the deficit, or give it up for Jeremy anyway for closing the deficit. I think this might be Jeremy's parting gift. Oh, goodbye, Ito. 10 seconds left. This one is over. It has gone to a draw. Get out of the fucking ring.
The following is scheduled for one fall and is for the World's $1 Million Championship.
Atticus Black was the MVWF World Street Fight Championship, but wrestling politics left him stripped. And now he has earned his way back into the MVWF and now has a chance to regain what he never lost. The husband of crushing Kelly Black. Throw a rock and you'll hit one of their relatives around here. No ropes, pinfall submissions, knockouts, World Money Championship on the line, brother versus brother. Wow, look at this capacity crowd here. No one packs them in like the MVWF and the EWF. And here comes the champion. Azrael Black making his first defense of the MVWF World Money Championship since Match Mania 8. A lot of pressure on this young man here. He's been in the MVWF a short amount of time, and he's been desperate to prove himself. And now he has to do so at the expense of a family member. That's always going to make things complicated.
Introducing the challenger from Omaha, Nebraska, weighing in at 285 pounds, the Reaper. And his opponent from Omaha, Nebraska, weighing in at 275 pounds, the world's $1 million champion, Azrael Black.
Azrael Black, first title defense, and boy, it's a whopper. Referee Skip Tracy. Boom, let's get it on. And this is Kumite style, baby. Strikes back and forth. Oh! I think Atticus might have taken out that woman in the purple tank top. What a hard spill that was for him. Man. You can see Atticus, he wants to win that title. And here it is in the Hell's Gate submission hold. But Azrael knows the way out. Oh, and not only did he get super kicked in the face, but he hit his face on the railing. And man, takes the Spanish Fly, C4, whatever you want to call it. And a sledgehammer, baby. Bam! Right to the leg. And this might be the shortcut. Oh, man. And Atticus, bigger, stronger, threw him around like he was a paper doll. And again, powers him up with ease. Ooh, right into the post, taking advantage of the turnbuckle pads not being there. Azrael Black not afraid to use the environment around him to his advantage and use everything as a weapon. The slams, the suplexes, all of that generally happens on the mat. Man, aggressive takedowns. Atticus bleeding from the temple. Trying to out-wrestle Azrael here. Walked right in, deep inside with the super kick. Azrael didn't knock him down, though. Oh, and just tossed him off the edge of the ring. Elbow strike right on the chin, hit the bullseye. And hits him with the funny face chair and then starts threatening the crowd. Now back inside the ring. Azrael shuts down whatever Atticus was going for right there. Hits the Bulldog face first to the mat. Chop to the chest. Wow. Good combinations of strikes. Down he goes, and he dips out, looking for some relief. But the submission hold countered. The crowd's starting to rumble here. Atticus, though, the bigger man, sandbags him, wouldn't let him throw the suplex. Atticus now, submission hold. He wants to return to be a two-time World Money Champion. Atticus, oh, and another hard fall. And that could be the difference maker here that turns this around and gives Azrael his first successful title defense. Oh, we're looking for the kill shot. Caught him, C4. Again, Atticus walked right into that. And again! And a big right hand a la Mordred Nightwalker. Atticus, oh, sends him flying. Down he goes. Submission hold. Atticus, though, you've got to give him credit. Oh, man, he is not taking a step back. He is outsized, outstrength. Atticus is fast enough to make any sort of like speed advantage you have almost negligible. And Atticus is now bleeding profusely, and now a figure four leg lock right here. Atticus turns it over, though. Desperation, though, but man, he is pouring blood out of his head. at a rapid rate. The referee may want to think about stopping this, but the octopus Azrael will not stay in that move. Twice now Atticus has tried to hit it and not been able to hold it for any particular length of time to cause any sort of damage. But again, right there when he tries to whip him around the room, it's difficult for him not to get reversed. Again, the bigger opponent right there. Ooh, man, full Nelson facebuster right into the LED board. And here comes a barbed wire baseball bat. And again, gets his head taken off. And the barbed wire baseball bat to the neck. Atticus, will he submit? No, and just rakes the barbed wire under the chin. And man, Atticus bleeding even more profusely now. Azrael could be exploiting this a lot more right now. But instead, maybe he's... Oh! Styles clash. Turned him over and pinned him. Oh, look out. Dodged it. Fires back with a knee. Atticus now gonna make him regret. Just drops the steps on him. Not that hard. The steps are hard and heavy enough. Chair shot. Chair shot again. And Azrael is the winner. And after a bloody battle, Azrael Black defeats his brother Atticus after making him bleed all of his blood. Incredible match right there. Totally brutal. Ending with the technical knockout. And a first successful title defense. First successful title defense of the MVWF World Money Championship by Azrael Black has defeated his brother. Congratulations, sir. You are definitely on your way in the MVWF. And as I said before, folks, the Skinny Wolf has had 3 shots at the World Heavyweight Championship in the last 8 years. This is number 4. The Skinny Wolf was defeated by Rock Holly not once but twice back in season 1 in their rivalry. And then at Cobra Kai Appreciation Night, like about maybe 2 years ago, Jeremy Love was the world champion at the time. He defeated the Skinny Wolf in a fantastic main event. And now here it is, the MVWF legend who has gone without championships, but for the Submissions Division Championship for a brief period of time when Jeremy first came back to the MVWF. The Skinny Wolf has not won the World Championship, which has always been his stated goal. Meanwhile, you've got Shadow. And Shadow has been a tremendous addition to the MVWF locker room. The student of the Phenom will face anyone, is absolutely fearless, and is currently now the MVWF World Heavyweight Champion, in addition to having been the very first MVWF World Money Champion, and won the title 2 times. So we've got 2 out of 3 falls, regular rules, Skinny Wolf versus Shadow. It is your main event. Skinny Wolf accompanied by Kyle Empire, his faction member. Skinny Wolf, one of the shorter competitors in the MVWF, known for his fast hands, his shooting star press, and the Skinny Wolf slam. And of course, the 27 fork strikes to the heavily scarred face to the Skinny Wolf will never, ever be forgotten. His vengeance was wrought. And of course, in the continuity of the MVWF, Bret the Hitman Hart's last match, he died in the ring facing the Skinny Wolf for the MVWF title. Of course, the Skinny Wolf also died in that match. Here he is. And here comes the champion. His home federation, Dragon Hearts NWA Nonstop Wrestling Alliance. Go check it out. One of the most disciplined e-feds on the entire internet.
Introducing the challenger from West Hollywood, California, weighing in at 141 pounds, Sinister Skinner Wolf.
It's got to be now or never for the Skinny Wolf.
Weighing in at 250 pounds.
We've always said that if you don't win the MVWF Championship by your third title shot, your career is probably done. Some folks have waited over 20 years to become MVWF champion. And in phase one, back in the early 2000s, the Skinny Wolf was just that kind of guy, especially on the GameCube. But he has not been that guy for the last 8 years. And he's managed to periodically get himself title shots, but not the title. Nice clothesline right there, coming out the gates by the Skinny Wolf. Skinny Wolf trying to fire up at the expense of the student of the Phenom. Roundhouse kick. Usually don't see the Wolf go for that. Press slam. Drops him down. And the size and power of Shadow overwhelming the Wolf here in the early going. And an elbow drop. Wolf way out of town. 2 out of 3 falls here. MVWF World Championship is on the line. La Magistral. Wolf out of there quick. Ooh, nice knee strike right there. But again, going over the top of his defense with that elbow. Off the shoulder. Wolf rib shots. Slowing Shadow down. Uppercut. The MVWF icon, 27-year veteran, the Skinny Wolf. And in the 8 years now of phase 2, now in our 9th season, Skinny Wolf has one last shot at glory here to win the MVWF title. Oh, and the big flying forearm shot in Shadow shows him I can move too. Top rope, and that's what he won the MVWF Championship with. But the Wolf had it scouted, and Kyle Empire throws Shadow back in the ring. And the referee perhaps giving a warning to Kyle Empire. He's going to throw a karate stick in the ring. And we got some fireworks going off out in town. Got him by the goozle. And good defense by the Wolf. Another roundhouse kick. He's done that roundhouse kick a couple of times and got nothing for it. Good that he's added something new to his repertoire. But twice now, in spite of the added training, it has not paid any dividends. Shooting star press, or should I say the skinny star press. Big time boot. And Shadow distracted by Kyle Empire, the MVWF champion, dictating some behavior. And it has given the Wolf a chance to recover. And it looks like he might have hit one of those roundhouse kicks to the ribs. Skinny Wolf now on the offense here, off the rope, sidesteps it. Shadow swats him away. Top rope, and again, the Shadow Cutter. does not pay dividends. Shadow likes to rely on his big moves here. He's thinking about it now. Tombstone pile driver. Boom! Oh, rope break. I don't know, maybe Kyle Empire might have had a hand in that. And there's that elbow off the top. Caught him right across the face. And a running straight kick to the face and a DDT. And the Wolf is in trouble. No one yet has won the first fall, but a big mistake right there could turn the tide. Inside victory roll. Kick out, not even a 1 count. And the referee warning Kyle Empire yet again to not get involved. Double stomp, nothing on it. And look, a couple of times here, we've seen that the size difference here has forced the Skinny Wolf to do things like where he would have to climb his opponent in order to land a strike. It's an extra moment of hesitation, of wiggle room that maybe will allow Shadow to give counters. But again, if he takes him out with a knee, and Shadow has had some knee injuries here in his time in the MVWF. Oh, but again, switching to the Fujiwara armbar. Shadow does not give up. Covers him, hooks the leg, shoulders down for the first fall, 1 count only. And almost just shy of 6 minutes into this thing, the Wolf inching closer to winning that first fall. Drops him. Facebuster on the knee. Skinny Wolf. Oh, caught the knees for the Skinny Star Press. This is the main event, the last match of the night, folks. Impromptu event here for the MVWF. Doing this entirely broadcast in a hotspot on my cellular phone. Did not know that this would be possible. Makes me wonder why I would even bother to buy internet. I have unlimited data. Shoulders down, cleft to the clothesline in the corner, and the Wolf kicks out at 2. And now the submission for the first fall. The Wolf, a diehard, does not want to give up here. Firing his way free. Man, made his own opportunity right there. Rear waist lock. Off the ropes. Wolf, Japanese arm drag. And a clothesline takes off the head of the Skinny Wolf. Googles him for the choke slam, but does not want to get hit with another one of those. And again, the Wolf climbs the much larger Shadow to cut him down. Oh, nothing on that. Good defense right there, staying out of range. The champion, a veteran, knows his way around the ring. Both these guys indeed. Moonsault. Oh, and Shadow left his feet. Huge mistake. And the Wolf exploits that mistake to the nth degree, which he is known for doing. Oh, very Bret Hart style. One of the 5 moves of doom. Kick out at 2. And the Wolf has to be frustrated. He needs to win that first fall. Dodge the kick right there. Here come the punches. I told you, he's quick with his hands. Skinny Star Press, first fall. Kick out at 2. The champion hanging in there. And the Wolf soaking it up from this crowd. Nice clothesline right there by the Wolf. Straight pile driver fist. Shadow wanted nothing to do with that, and smart move that he didn't. Clothesline, caught him. And again, when Shadow gets his hands on the Wolf, he gets what he wants. And that springboard leg drop caught him, and the Wolf retreating under the bottom rope. Takes him down. And look at this capacity crowd here for MVWF madness. Choke slam on the floor. For the first fall. Shoulder comes up again. Wow, and again, weirdly there, the larger man was sandbagged by the smaller opponent. You don't see that every day. But the Wolf very strong out there, and Shadow has taken some damage. And a second springboard leg drop, and the Wolf was out of there. He takes another one of those, and he is going to lose this first fall. And the Wolf calling for it. Skinny Wolf slam. Got him. But the Wolf doesn't go for the cover. Oh, he wants that victory roll. Third time he said that for the first fall. Yes! And goes immediately for the cover again. The Wolf is up by 1. 8 years in the making here. Will Skinny Wolf make history? This could be it. This could be it. Boom! No, the knees came up, and now the dream has been shattered. Up in the air, press slam. Skinny Wolf sweeps the leg right there. Out on the apron, good defense. Shadow doesn't allow himself to be vulnerable on the apron. Good move right there, the Wolf. He feels it. Oh, Shadow was out of there. He tried to rush him. La Magistral to knot it up. He did it. 12 and a half minutes into this thing. It is now 1-1. Title on the line. The Wolf, if this had been a one-fall match, he'd have been the champion. Look out, referee. And the Wolf put together his moves. Hit the elbow. Kick out at 2. And the Wolf, ultra frustrated here. Going back to the well one more time. Oh, the knee drop. Did not work. Gigi tried to hit one of those earlier tonight, and it failed on him. Clothesline powered him. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Snake eyes. And now kick to the head, and Shadow putting it together. Leg drop. And a kick out at 2. The Wolf showing that he is the legend he is. Taking the champion to the limits here. 14 minutes into this thing. Score 1-1. The challenger won the first fall. But the power and the strength of Shadow may be the thing that overwhelms the Wolf. And this could be it here. Another elbow drop, perhaps. Clothesline, takes his head off. Goes for the cover. Kick out at 2. Is the Skinny Wolf not the legend I say he is? Oh, but this might be it. He was in this earlier. It's over, folks. He's trapped. He's caught. He's caught in the submission hold. Nowhere to go. Nowhere to escape. No, what is this? The Wolf escaped. He escaped. He's still in this thing. Got him. Ran that forearm into the corner. Did Kyle Empire get forced to leave? Oh, but here it is, the jackhammer, the Skinny Wolf slam. Got him! He covers him for the title. He doesn't go for the cover. Victory roll. That's how he won the first fall. Yes! Skinny Wolf is the MVWF World's Champion. He took every hard shot from Shadow, but it was this victory roll that he relied upon to win the first fall.
Here is your winner, and new World's Heavyweight.
Oh, look at him, look at him. And for the first time in 18 years, the Skinny Wolf is a world champion. History has been made. And he's playing his opponent's theme song on the way out the door because that's just how the Skinny Wolf rolls. What a match that was, folks. Let's go check out the injury list. See what's in the news block. Skinny Wolf, yeah, I mean, he was definitely hurt in that match. Westside Ito wrestled for an hour. Bones further aggravated. May explain why he was out first in that match. Tyrese no longer medically fit. No longer medically fit. Well, folks, thank you for joining us. My name is Damian Andrews, otherwise known as Brandon Bones. What an event it has been here this evening. I have enjoyed being the man with you. And I am going to sign off now. Bedtime for Queen Steffers. Thank you for joining us. Good night.